4:02. I made it. Hello, hello. Oh yeah, I was going to share out the stream. I thought I did. Didn't I share this out already? I believe I did. Let me go to my channel. Hello. All right. I think I shared it already. Yep, I did. Okay, good. So I don't have to worry about that. How are you? Hey, Susie Bosch, how are you? I am so excited about today's live stream. I've got everything set up for the first time in I don't know how long. Like I'm ready for my sauerkraut. I'm ready for my Beet Kvass. I'm ready for my dinner. I'm just ready. I'm just ready. Okay, let's go to videos and my live stream. And there we go. Woohoo, right? Hey, Susie, if you have any friends you want to share out the live. All right. Should I wait a little bit or should I? Well, there's three things we're going to be doing today. We're going to be making sauerkraut because I have this cabbage I've had for a few months and I've got to get rid of it. So we're going to be making some Beet Kvass because our other Beet Kvass is almost done. And I'm also running out. And then we're also going to be making some really good Thai food, vegan Thai food. We're going to be making I just plopped that down there. What did I say? Oh yeah, a vegan peanut noodle dish. So peanut noodles. So that's going to be really good. The peanut sauce is incredible. It's got, well, let's just show you. It's a little dark down here, so we'll do this. So it's got ginger, garlic. It's got peanut butter, sriracha, I used to say, maple syrup, some tamari vinegar, rice vinegar, oil. So I think that's going to be delicious. Still trying to master exact time on my water kefir and not have it explode when I open it. You know, though, Susie, here's what you need to do. I have to do my water kefir today too. Here's what you need to do before. Are you talking about the first ferment or the second ferment? Because if it's on the second ferment, make sure you get it in the refrigerator and let it sit for about 8 hours before you try to open it. The cherry one we made last week, it was quite explosive, but I got it in the refrigerator before I opened it, and then I also transferred it from the big jar because you remember we did the second ferment in this. And then today what I did was I went ahead, hi, sexy, too much for you, Coleman. How are you? I love that name. So get it in the fridge before you open it, and then it should fizz and do that. So, oh God, this is so good. This one was the one where I had to match the flavor of the molasses because I used blackstrap molasses, just like a tablespoon in the sugar water so that it could get some minerals. Nice, looks good. Okay, so you guys, there's 4 here. To me, that says it's time to start the sauerkraut. First, however, sorry about that. All right, so I have a head of cabbage here. It's actually 3/4 of a head of cabbage. It was a really big cabbage. So this, I'm going to treat this as if it was one cabbage. And all of this big thing, see, it's bigger than my head. All of this is going to fit in one quart size jar by the time we get the brine out of it. So let's get some gloves on because salt dries out my hands and I already have dry skin. So let me show you what we're doing here. I have 2 tablespoons of salt. I'm not going to put all this in at the same time. I'm going to put some in, mix it around, let it sit for 10 minutes. While we do that, we'll work on the Beet Kvass. So I'm going to put about half of that in. I'm going to mix it around. Now, a lot of people say you got to measure, you got to do this, you got to do that. It's true. You should measure. And it should be 19 grams of, or what is it? A 2% salt weight. So it's 19 grams per quart. And that doesn't equal out at all. That does not make sense what I just said. But I use a recipe I got from Cultures for Health, which is 2 tablespoons of salt per head of cabbage. And here's another tip. If it tastes good and if it tastes salty enough in its raw state, it probably is salty enough. Hey, Morris Jackie, congratulations on being the spotlight winner this week. So excited for you. All right, so here's what we need to do. We need to put a plate on top and a weight, and we need to set it aside for the first time 30 minutes. That'll give us plenty of time to start working on our Beet Kvass and start putting our peanut sauce together. So, and I don't know if you can see this already. Let me see if I can get some light on that. It's already starting to glisten and drop its water. So it's already starting to create its own brine. Hold on one moment. Okay. I need a plate to weight it down. So we're going to put the plate on top and push down on that, right? And then I need a weight. Now, this is the fire cider we made. It's about, I'd say, you know what, I can weigh it. About 5 pounds, I think. Put that right on top, and that's going to help the cabbage release its own brine. So we're going to put this aside. And put it right, sure. Nope, that's not a good place for it. We're going to put it over here. And who's here? Let's see. Says I have 7 in the house. 3 thumbs up. Okay, sexy too much for you. Absolutely true. Edward Smart, hello. Morris Jackie. Alyssa Kerwood, a.k.a. Rainbow Angel, best friend on YouTube. And who else? Is that it? There's more, but they're just not in the chat. All right. So I had my nose itches, guys, had the bright idea to cut up, do you believe this? My beets before you all came in. Why? Because I don't think you need to continuously watch me cut up my vegetables, because how fun is that? Anyway, we cut them into, we washed them, and then we sprayed them with apple cider vinegar. That way, any bad bacteria was killed by the acetic acid. We are going to, did I save myself a cabbage leaf? I can use one from the other batch. Okay, we're going to put this in here. We're going to make a 2% salt brine. And then we're going to put that on top with a cabbage leaf, some weights, and an airlock. So first, let's go ahead and get this in our jar. Yes, this has been sanitized. And I'll give you some light on that. Can you see? Okay. So I have 4 beets, large beets that should come up to about halfway, if not a little bit more. I did want to add some ginger to this, so we'll cut some ginger before we put the water in. And when we cut the ginger, we will whoa, one man overboard. Come on. Okay. So we will rinse the ginger first, and then and spray it with apple cider vinegar, and then get it in here. So it's about halfway full, which will give me a nice Beet Kvass in the end. So need to drain some water here. I can take my gloves off now, but I want to save these because I don't want to go through 900 of them. By the way, these are Amex gloves. They don't pay me anything. I haven't even asked them to sponsor me, but I probably should because I use them for everything. I like them because they're antimicrobial and they're vinyl and they have no powder inside. So, and I can take them off easily. So I need to drain this water, and then we'll rinse the ginger. I'll get the ginger out of the fridge and we'll rinse it. You know, Susie, I really should have waited to do a second bottling of this so you could see what I was talking about. Is it dark? It's kind of dark. This is our cherry kefir water. I made it. This is just the brand bottle. A brand I bought, and I keep the bottle and reuse them. What was I doing? Ginger. We need to get some ginger. I bought a whole passel of ginger. Like I had about 8 of these last week. I've been using ginger so much in my juicing, and how much am I gonna? I'm gonna use this much in my juicing, in my dishes. Today, for me, what ginger does for me is that it when I have a cold of any sort, but especially if I have a chest cold and I make some either ginger juice or ginger tea and it's super strong, I drink that down and it's like I can feel it just open up. It's just, it's like, oh my God, I can breathe again. So if you're in cold and flu season and you, be nice if you could see me. If you're in cold and flu season and you would like to maintain a healthy immune system, 1, get your probiotics in there, 2, include ginger in your diet, as well as consider making yourself some elderberry syrup. Buying it is too expensive. I mean, you can, but for the amount you get, you could buy dried elderberries, rehydrate them, make a syrup, an elderberry syrup. Elderberry syrup, I know this. Okay, here's a little bit about elderberry syrup. Hey, who's here? Eats with Bree. Good to see you. Hello, Morris Jackie's here. Everybody's here. Thank you. So elderberry syrup is one of the only things. When we had a really bad flu, what was it? Had to be 2011. There was a really bad flu season. Doctors, practitioners, naturopaths all came up with the same conclusion that the one thing that fought and killed this flu was some compound in elderberry syrup, in elderberries. So I would consider learning how to make that. I have made it for myself before, and it has worked wonders. So let's get to it. Let's cut some ginger. I'll put this over here. No, we're not going to just cut some ginger, are we? We are going to rinse it and spray it with apple cider vinegar. So first of all, you guys, before you do anything, make sure that you sanitize your sink. I've done this already about 4 times today. The dirtiest place in your kitchen is your sink. So have on hand some apple cider vinegar. If you want to use bleach water, you can do that too. It's just that that's a little more toxic. Just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go dump this out. Spray this too. Okay. I am very careful about sinks and things like that. Just I don't want me to be the cause of bad things happening in my kitchen. So spray that down. There we go. That's my own homemade apple cider vinegar. Though this is this ginger is organic. It did come from Whole Foods. I still feel the need to sanitize it and like kill it before it does anything weird to my ferments. So we'll let that hang out right there just for a couple minutes. Sink. So in order to sanitize my sink, I usually let it sit 3 to 5 minutes. I'll probably just, oh my gosh, John Heffy. Thank you so much. That is wonderful. That's such a nice surprise. Wow. Hey, to my favorite KK. You make me feel so good. I feel appreciated. Anybody else? Woo! Happy always got me. Happy's always got me. All right, I'm not going to do any silly dances because I don't do that kind of dance. Oh, you're here. Yes, thank you. Okay, I got to get back on my game. My game would be, since we're waiting for the ginger to, okay, the super chats are so, they're so like wonderful. It's like that it distracts me, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to make a 2% salt brine. And the way we're going to do that is 19 grams of salt per quart. And we're going to use 2 quarts of water. So that would be 38 grams. I think I've done that math on my live stream about 18 times, maybe more than that. So I need a scale. I'm using my new scale. It's quite dirty. It's just a digital scale I got from some big box store. And I need something to put it in. So we're gonna clear that. And let's see, what do I want? The unit, I want grams. Wait, why aren't we doing this? Okay, ounces, grams. There we go. Okay, and my salt is, I put it back. Okay, so 19 grams is what I'm looking for. Let's get closer, see if you can see that. I don't think you can see that. I'll tell you when we hit 19 grams. 38 grams is what I want. That's a little bit too much. 38 grams. I just took out a pinch. So, all right. Let's do this. Alyssa, I have been real busy. I've been asked by Trader Joe's that I go into a lot, asked me to design the new bag for them. Alyssa, that is awesome. That is so cool. Can I buy one? Let's get our 19 grams of salt in our quart size. 2 quarts. I want one, Alyssa. I want one of your Trader Joe's bags. All right. In it goes. And I use tap water because our tap water is good. If you prefer to use bottled water or bought water, that's up to you. But our water is good. Okay, so 2 quarts, and then we're going to stir, 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 stir. We should be able to rinse this out and rinse this off in just a couple minutes. So we are at 2 quarts. There we go. A lot of moving you around. Thank you. Who else came in? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and notification bell. Thank you. Thank you. True. Okay, so we're going to stir this a little bit. I don't know. You probably want to look at me. I don't think you need to watch me stir. So we're on this vegan journey. A lot of people think it's a phase. Everybody's doing the plant-based this, the plant-based that. I've noticed a big change, and it's not in my head. I am a heavy meat eater. Like, if I could just eat meat, you guys, I would. Well, that, oh God, my nose again. Hold on, I'm gonna tell this story. I'm gonna, hold on. So, like I said, I am a heavy meat eater. If I could eat just meat, I would eat just meat. But it's not good for me. And it certainly isn't good for my husband. So, having had a few health issues, both of us in the last year, mine was elevated blood pressure and other stuff. His was gout and other stuff. His doctor suggested he not eat as much meat. I was devastated when I heard that. I was like, what are we going to eat if we don't eat meat? And then, you know, Beyond Burger came out, or it came to our area. And I was like, okay, I'll try this. I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll try it. Right? And before, if Troy's body could handle it, and if my blood pressure was not creeping up, I don't know if we would have made this or been working on this change. We haven't made the change. So Beyond Meat came out with their Beyond Meat burger. I bought a pack. I opened it. I thought, oh my God, this smells like cat food. It did. It smelled like cat food. So what I did, because I didn't want my husband to be like, oh no, we can't eat that. I don't think he would. He would have eaten it if it tasted like cat food. But I seasoned it with everything seasoning. And the smell went away. So probably something with the salt. Well, salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, all of that. Probably something with that. So we grilled it. We ate it. And it was, honest to God, delicious. So I was like, okay, they have other stuff too. So Beyond Meat also has Italian sausage and bratwurst. I am not a fan of the Italian sausage. I'm just not. Not bad for 67 years old. What? My 116 over 68 last month. Everything looked well. You know, Happy, that is excellent because I just got mine down to 120 over 75. And when I was dancing full time, my blood pressure was 90 over 60. So that I even had blood pressure like this was really freaky. Okay, we're good now. We are dissolved. So let's rinse that ginger. So it was for health reasons that we did this. And I'm actually, whoa, you are about to fall over. I'm actually really enjoying, having to push my cooking skills a little bit, going into stepping outside of the not Western diet. It is a Western diet, but it's not like, I don't do the burgers and fries every day. But it was meat, potato, or meat, vegetable, starch. That was my diet. And the biggest part of my diet was the meat. So this has been a journey, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm cutting the ginger right now. I'm just cutting it into same size discs, and that's going to go into, I can show you that. That's going to go right into this jar. Okay, this is the next thing. So right into it. And there's no need to peel it, because although I sprayed this with apple cider vinegar, it did not kill the good stuff on the outside of the skin. So there we go. I'm going to take my spoon and stir that up so that it gets places. And then what we'll do after this, I didn't set a timer, did I? How long have I been on? Okay, so it's probably, let me give myself 10 more minutes. 13 more minutes on the sauerkraut. So got this going on, which is good. Let's take that salt brine. We're going to fill it up to the top, and then I'm going to take some already inoculated cabbage leaves and put it on top, as well as get some Beet Kvass in there. So Beet Kvass is a really good blood tonic. It's chock full. I should probably measure that. Chock full of probiotics, different strains than the sauerkraut, and different strains than Milk Kefir. So there's our starter. Put that in there. And then I reserved some top leaves from my last batch of sauerkraut. So this is already inoculated with some probiotic strains, and we're going to put this on top. So this is going to go right on top. Try to keep all of those chunks down. Okay. Okay, move you over this way, move you over that way. Okay, and then I need a fermentation weight. I need 2 fermentation weights. These are sour stones. I've been using these for about 3 years, and I find that I have a great deal of success with them. So this is another company that should probably sponsor me. I talk about them all the time. I wonder where the other, oh, it's in the other batch of Beet Kvass. Okay, so right there on top like that, this one I will save for my sauerkraut. So, am I going to have some floaters? There I go. Now, what I need, this is going to be great. I really need for that to go down. Stay down. There we go. Okay. So I have salt, I have starter, and I have I have an inoculated cabbage leaf, a cabbage leaf that has already done its work fermenting another batch of sauerkraut that we did together. Oh my God, Troy and I opened this yesterday. Can you see that? Perfect, perfect. It's just simple sauerkraut. I have done several sauerkrauts, like an apple ginger or apple jalapeno sauerkraut, and apple ginger sauerkraut. See that? I've done my favorite. Sleep now. Okay, go to sleep. My favorite sauerkraut that is not just plain sauerkraut. I know, right, Heffy? My favorite sauerkraut that isn't plain sauerkraut is a pineapple turmeric. You wouldn't believe pineapple ginger turmeric. It tastes like dessert. It does not taste like sauerkraut. It was awesome. I love it. Okay, so I have to get an airlock on this. So I'm going to go over here. Oh, my counters are so messy. Get my bag of air. Oh, I need that too. So we need a big airlock to go with this. We need, a big airlock lid. We need an airlock. So here we go. So what we're going to do is because this doesn't have a seal in it, I take plastic wrap, I put it over the top, poke a hole in it, screw the lid on, and then put the airlock on. And that way I have a really good seal. So let's do that. Just like that. Get that going. And then I take one of my chicken wood chopsticks, go right down in there, and then in goes the airlock. Now let's get some water in there. Airlock does, most of you do. The airlock, what ends up happening is that as the CO2 rises, it comes through right here, it goes up into this thing, whatever this is, and then it is forced out and it bubbles up. That's above the line. That's all right, we'll be good. So what we're gonna do, take this over to the fermentation station. Have to get my kombucha going this weekend. Apple ginger is in the works. That's what you said. That's what you said last week. Okay, let's go on over here. I'm going to show you the one that we did together. I don't know, how many weeks ago was that? Was that 3 weeks ago? Let's see. Okay, so this one, I filled up really high, but I don't know if you can see, you know what, let me give you more light on this and maybe, can you see all the bubbles? Yeah? Now, there are two schools of thought on this. Do you bottle it when it's still bubbly, or do you bottle it afterwards and add more sugar so that you can have fizzy Beet Kvass? I'm thinking, what time is it? If I have time today, I will bottle this. Yeah, that's what, if we have time. If we don't have time, I won't. So I'm going to put this back for right now. And I have 6 more minutes on the cabbage. So I want to taste some Beet Kvass with you. This is one that I made about 8 weeks ago. It's a very pretty color. It doesn't smell very beety. It smells like an earthy flower garden. So it's very floral. It's got just the right amount of fizz to it. I think I bottled this one a little bit earlier than I normally do. So, yes. So let's take a look. Who's in the house? The Bull's Garden. Hi, good to see you. Too cold, so it takes longer to ferment. Never used an airlock before. Maybe I will try it. You don't need it. And don't use it on kombucha, because kombucha is a aerobic ferment, just like the milk water kefir is an aerobic ferment. It needs the air to do what it's going to do. For Beet Kvass, if I wanted to burp the jar every day, I would be fine, but I want to walk away from it. Okay. Yeah, I just want to walk away from it. Delicious. Okay. Do some cleanup here. Yes, you know. We could get to work on that peanut sauce, but I think I bet you the sauerkraut is ready to go. So even though we have 4 minutes left on that, I bet you it's ready. So I'm going to clear that off. And I'm going to get working on that. And I still have my salt. Okay. Voila, the fire cider. I am so excited about this. Last week when I thought I was getting a cold, I had 2 shots of fire cider left. I took one in the morning and I took one in the afternoon, and I woke up the next day and I was fine. I was fine. So I don't know if it was just that I was tired, or if the fire cider really knocked it out of me. A lot of people swear by it. So this is, interesting too. When you put garlic in, and it is with, and it gets garlic in with vinegar and other citrus fruits, it turns blue. Isn't that funny? It looks moldy, but it's not. I looked it up. I was worried about that. I was like, oh my God, it's blue. Okay, so yeah, the plate is wet. I don't know if you can see that. So that is the cabbage starting to release its brine. So let's get to it. This is a really good way to get your aggression out. If you're feeling a little angry for some reason, this is a productive way, if I can get my gloves back on, to get your aggression out. Yeah, do you see how shiny that is? I'm afraid to bring it any closer. Anyway, now what you need to do is really squeeze it. And you're going to do this for as long as your hands can handle it, and then you're going to let it get weighted down again with some more salt. 2 techniques. 1, the fold over, and then the squeeze and twist. Fold over, squeeze, and twist. And then there's always this. But this is more fun. Yep, all of this is going to fit into 1 quart-sized jar. Into this. Do you believe it? It's good. We're getting there. Rav Kitchen, hello, hi. I make fire cider and then blend almost all ingredients and dehydrator, add capsule. Oh, wow. I wish I had a dehydrator. I do, but it's an old 1970s one that has it. I don't know how. I've used it like 3 times. I made beef jerky. Oh, we're good. That sounds like a perfect idea, Susie. If I can possibly do that, I will. Because I do have a dehydrator downstairs. Just not a fancy one like inside Kate's kitchen. She's got a nice dehydrator. Okay, this is good. We are going to put this aside. I'm going to put the rest of the salt in. So altogether, that was 2 tablespoons of salt. Fermenting clubs will tell you weigh out the salt, weigh everything, but I go with Culture for Health's recipe, and that works for me. There we go. That's nice and wet. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Now you have to make veggie jerky. Oh no, Happy. That just doesn't sound good. I think I actually had some mushroom jerky one time. Maybe I could make some mushroom jerky, but that was awful. Okay, gonna weigh it down again with my awesome fire cider. Where's my fire cider? Where did I do with it? Oh, I put it back? Why did I put it back? Hi. I'll be right back. I'm trying to go through less of these. You would think I have something to show you all. I really do. Hold on. The weather did its due yesterday. If you would like to support this channel, true. So it takes quite a long time from season to season. I'm using last year's caps now. I would love to do that, and I think I have some gelatin caps. Let me see. My husband's Christmas present. Did I keep those gelatin caps? I don't think I did. But they're not that expensive. Here's what I wanted to show you guys, though. Not my messy bathroom. So we had some weather yesterday, and if you were with me on my drive home, we got some snow. Do you want to go outside? And it is so cold. We got some snow. But, you know, it was enough for them to cancel all after-school activities, which was fine, except for my cabaret kids decided, hey, let's have rehearsal at the church. So they called the church, and the church agreed, I think reluctantly, because I think they wanted to go. No snow for a month. I think they wanted the church custodian wanted to go home, and whoever else was there, I think they wanted to go home. But my kids weren't having it. Oh, I got to turn this off. I'm going to put my weight back. If it will let me turn off. Sorry, I'm trying to turn off my... Turn it off. Don't they usually turn themselves off if they aren't being used for a while? If not, we'll find out. So, I got a plan. What is the plan? The plan is to make the peanut sauce first, and then we can put that aside. And then get back to the sauerkraut, cut up the vegetables, and get that dinner ready. I found a new, where'd it go? I found a new blog that I absolutely love called it's called Love and Lemons. So if you like to read blogs, this one has a number of vegan. Well, it's got a bunch of delicious recipes on it. Doesn't matter if you're vegan or not. You'll like it. You'll like it because I told you you'd like it. Yeah. So this is where I got this recipe from. I'm calling it my own thing, and I'm going to add my own changes to it. But the peanut sauce uses peanut butter, rice vinegar. We're going to use rice vinegar. It does say lime or rice vinegar. I don't have any limes. Oh, wait. I bet I do have lime. Because your girl was thinking ahead, right? So she bought 45 limes in August so that if I wanted to have a margarita, I could. And I juiced every single one. And I froze it. So thinking ahead pays off. So these are all, this is a bag full of, what's on it? Something green. Frozen lime cubes. Isn't that wonderful? I used to, yes, smoothies. So let me show you how I did that. So these are Reese's Peanut Butter Cup things. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup molds. And it works really well for lime. Each one of these is a tablespoon. So I fill these up as many times as I need to, and I freeze them. And that's why I have this left. So I can do lime juice, and we can go ahead and put that rice vinegar away. No need, because the kid is prepared. So let's go with this. All right. Put this aside with that. What do I need? What do I need? So I'm going to need a saucepan. I think a small one will work. Which means, of course, I need to move. I really need to just move all of my cast iron in the other room. I have cast iron on the stove, and I need the stove, so I could make it easier on myself and just put it in the oven. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put this in the other room. So it calls for a 1/4 cup of natural peanut butter. I am not using natural peanut butter. I am using a smooth peanut butter, one of those brands with less sugar. It calls for lime juice, which we just discovered we had. Each one of these is a tablespoon, and it calls for a 1/4 cup. So I can go ahead and take out four of those and put the rest back. So 1, 2, 3. I bet you 3 is it. I'm going to go 4. I can't ever have too much lime juice. It calls for 2 tablespoons of tamari, which is good because that makes it gluten-free. I think I have one that is already opened. Where'd it go? I'm sure I had one that was already open. Oh, Lord, have mercy on my soul. course, I moved it someplace. Anyway, okay, let me put this back really quick. I don't know what I did with it. I thought I put it back. Now, I thought I was prepared, but obviously I am not. Let me look for this one more time to see if I put it back. I did not put it back, but I don't know where it is. I don't want to open this one. It's not here. It's not here. It's not here. Sorry, guys. This is going to be one of those situations that's going to drive me nuts. So we will just go ahead and open the new one. So a 4th cup or 2 tablespoons of tamari. Instead of using honey, we're using maple syrup to make it vegan. So 4th teaspoon. That would have been a wreck. And then water. And then, of course, a clove of garlic. A clove of garlic. A clove of garlic, 2 cloves of garlic. And then it says half to a teaspoon of grated ginger. To me, that means 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of grated ginger, because that's not enough. And then the toasted sesame. So once again, this is not my recipe. It comes from Love and Lemons, or Lemons and what is it? Love and Lemons. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to mix up. I just need to get a bowl to mix this in. Trying to make as much noise as possible. All right, need to melt this, and then we'll start with that. So we'll go 20. All right. So we're gonna start with the garlic. And you need to see, and I need to get all of this out of the way. All right. This is what I love about my Pampered Chef thing. Garlic press. My Pampered Chef garlic press. You don't have to peel the garlic. My Pampered Chef thing, I said, because, you know, words always come to you whenever. So, starting with the garlic. Then I'm going to peel this, and then we're going to use a microplane on that. So let's get the peeler. I keep leaving the shot. Sorry. All right. I don't know if you need to see me do this, do you? I mean, you need to see me, but do you need to see me peel some ginger? Maybe if I do it all the way back here. So just peeling it. And then we're going to do, oh, that's hard. We're going to use a microplane and do a 1/2 to 2/3 of this. I love using fresh ginger. It can be powerful. It can be very powerful. But this peanut sauce is going to be delicious. I tried to use natural peanut butter in peanut sauce, and it just seems to get thick and lumpy. You know, maybe it was the brand I had, but it just wasn't good. So I'll use this microplane, a microplane. So the recipe called for 1 clove of garlic. Of course, that's never enough, right? And it called for a 1/4 teaspoon or a 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of grated ginger done on a microplane. And sometimes for me, that even that isn't enough. I love my garlic and ginger. Happy, how are you? Who is it? Tim Turner. Hey, Angela Critters. Good to see you guys. Hello. We've just done our Beet Kvass because I needed to make some. I also had some beets that were about to expire if I didn't do anything with them. We are doing our peanut sauce for our easy vegan peanut noodles, which is our dinner tonight. It's got all sorts of lovely ingredients in it. I'm talking about my vegan journey, which is, I know, Tim, you're either vegan or vegetarian, or maybe I'm wrong altogether. And Tim, I do believe, isn't it you that said to me I should try morning, what is the, something morning, the something morning brand of vegan stuff. You're vegetarian too? Vegan. Good. So I'm working on it. Anyway, what is it? It's Country Morning. It's not Country Morning. What is it, Tim? I tried it and it was delicious. I used their crumbles for our tacos this past Tuesday. Beet love. Beet love. Morningstar. That's what it was. We used their crumbles for our tacos. The texture was perfect. The flavor was perfect. It was great. Angela, you're vegetarian. Troy and I right now are thinking that he loves cheese and I love milk kefir. I mean, I did buy some, so I did get, somehow this happened. I was on Facebook and this came up. Nutrilicious, right? It says, get your Nutrilicious. So I thought I was buying one and I actually bought two and I don't even know how it works, but I've been looking at recipes. So I look forward to doing something with this. Have you ever had this, Tim? Have you ever used Nutrilicious or nutritional yeast? If you have, let me know. So my plan was to make some cheese sauce tonight, but then I realized, not for this dish, by the way, but I realized I didn't have the right ingredients. So Tim Turner, hello. I've been a vegetarian for 62 years. Excellent. I was raised on meat. My mom used to have to put aside a meat plate for me at dinner because otherwise I'd eat all the meat. Nobody else would get any. She never let me brown the hamburger either, because I mean that's how much I was in love with meat. But yeah, so let's keep working. I have that yeast in my pantry too, Karen. And hi, son of a pizza man. How are you? Welcome back. I saw you last week, either last week or the week before. Let's get working on this. Oh, I'm so happy. My family friends are here and other people. But anyway, let's continue working on this. In a small bowl, we're going to whisk together the peanut butter, the lime juice, the tamari, the maple syrup, all of it. And then that's it. I guess that's it. I don't know why I got a pot out. Yeah, so we're just going to whisk it all together. And the girl thought ahead, and we do have lime juice. Why do we have lime juice? Because I bought 40 limes in August. I juiced them all. I think I did that twice. And I had bags of frozen lime juice. So I'm just right now, that was just the ginger, lime, and garlic. Okay, so a store-bought brand of peanut butter which will remain nameless, smooth, and I have to use a 1/4 cup. So That's about a 1/4 cup. Okay, how am I going to get this out? Nice and smooth, full of less sugar than other brands, but yes, it's a store-bought brand. I mean, it's not organic. Sometimes I'm not going to go there. I did buy one time an organic natural peanut butter, and it didn't work for any of the recipes I had. None of them. Okay. Got our lime juice in there. We need, I can't find my other, oh, I found it. Who is that? How long have you been trying Oh, you know, here's what happened. Troy's health, my health, we're having some issues. Not bad, just enough to make us go, we should change that. And then I was on Facebook, and of course the big thing is Veganuary. Have you heard of this? Where you sign up and they send you vegan restaurants, recipes, and they cheer you on in your journey. And so I couldn't the first week of January because I was in San Diego and I was eating seafood I had a burger. You know, I was with my niece and nephew, and I wanted to eat San Diego. I did not want to figure this out while I was in San Diego. I do not have a cold, I have allergies. So since we've been back, Troy and I have decided for sure these things. We need to be, try to go meatless. We have promised ourselves that we will not waste food. So right now I have half a chicken in the freezer. I've got chicken feet. I've got a number of different chicken feet for chicken stock. I've got a number of things that I'm just not going to waste. Right before Christmas, I made a beautiful pork stock that I will make. We're not going to waste our food. We're going to make a transition. So, son of a pizza man, husband and I did Veganuary a few years ago. It was tough. We didn't even last the entire month. Well, here's what it is. I'm not going to force myself to just be vegan because that's a great way to hate it, you know? I'm thinking if I can tell that I could easily be vegetarian. So Troy and I are not going to put any labels on ourselves, but this is my vegan journey. Can I possibly be vegan? What are the benefits for me? I'll tell you the first benefit. In 2 weeks, I lost 4 pounds. If that tells you 5 pounds, if that tells you how much meat I eat, you know, I make an awesome sausage. So 2 tablespoons of tamari. I make a really awesome, I developed a sausage recipe. It's called sausage number 9. I will make that for people, but I probably won't. Trying to whisk this. I feel like I need to heat this up. In a small bowl, whisk together the peanut butter, the lime juice. It looks funky, doesn't it? Oh, you can't even see it. What am I doing? The lime juice. Maple syrup. I still have to add maple syrup. I got the 4th cup of juice. Oh, it's coming together. Okay, so I need to add 1/4 teaspoon, just enough to sweeten it up, I think. I'm just going to go. There we go. Then I have to add in sriracha. It needs to be drizzleable. I love that, drizzleable. I got the tamari in there. Okay. That's not drizzleable. So let's add the sriracha. Having a hard time saying it. You know, they are not thinking about folks when they put these things on here. I do not like the plastic. This is hard. I can't even imagine if both hands didn't work. What do you do? I mean, okay, and now my fingers are burning. Great. Keep on whisking. Yes, Stacy Turner, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. Wow. Okay, that's good. And whisk. That's going to be nice and hot. Troy and I like hot. Get some water in there. Certainly not going to add all of this, but yeah, so the vegan thing is a thing for a reason. It's not like, okay, I'm going to do veganuary. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do vegan for like no reason. It's there's age and health and everything. I wanted to be able to see the chat as I did this. Make things that taste great. My Stacy makes things that taste great. Stacy, send me some recipes. But the thing is, they have to be gluten-free too. That's where it's a struggle for me. Oh, I think this is going to be drizzleable. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Stacy, send me some recipes. Are you on Facebook? I need some. So you're gluten-free as well? Keep whisking. It's not okay. All right. I follow this guy on YouTube now. I forgot his name. I will, you know what? Let me see if I can look him up. He's on my Facebook page. And what he says is, in order really to be successful at, with a vegan diet, you have to develop a lot of good sauces. You have to find sauce. Okay. My light just kind of jumped. Sometimes I think I have a ghost in here. Oh, you do GF sometimes too. Stacy, I need some. So who is my guy that, there's a guy I follow. Let's see if he pops up on my homepage. He's like a vegan, super vegan muscle man. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. I saw him this morning, and anyway, it doesn't matter. Sauces. That's what I'm learning. I agree. Sauces are important for all vegan recipes. Yep. I think I need just a little bit more water. There we go. I think we're there. Yep, I think our sauce is there. So that's good. Let's get back to the sauerkraut, you guys. I'm going to put this aside for right now. And then we're going to work on that sauerkraut and get that packaged up. And then we'll get to the main dish. I'm really excited about it. I'll make enough I'm going to cut all the vegetables and all of that Then I'm going to make enough for me to taste, and then I will finish. I will make the rest of it for Troy when he's done practicing his guitar, because he's been playing guitar. He's been self-teaching it. He's been self-teaching himself guitar for 5 years, and he's pretty darn good, but he doesn't want to play in front of anybody. Doesn't think he's good enough. I think that's crazy. Okay, put this aside. Sauerkraut! I gotta have some more. I've had so many probiotics today, I might actually have a problem. I already had a bottle of my kefir water. This is the cherry that I made last week that I had to find a flavor that would go well with a molasses flavor, because I had to feed my water kefir because I hadn't fed it in a week, and it needed some minerals. So I made it with, I put just a tablespoon. I'll never do a tablespoon again, but just a tablespoon of blackstrap molasses in with the sugar, and for the second ferment, I did Troy's tart cherry, and it is so good. Sorry. This is a sauerkraut I made a month ago. Troy and I opened it up yesterday to have our Beyond Meat bratwurst, which I don't like bratwurst, but I love Beyond Meat's bratwurst. So good. So, do you hear me? So good. So good. Do you understand how I feel about Beyond Meat sauce? Beyond Meat bratwurst. I am not a bratwurst eater. I used to be. See, what happened was when Troy and I first got married, I would make brats, burgers, steak, and pork chops. Brats, burgers. Yeah. I kind of bratted myself out. Yeah. And don't give me a bad brat. I went to college in Wisconsin. Don't give me something that you call a brat and it's actually a sausage with a tiny bit of flavor. Nope. So anyway, I stopped being a brat eater because I had eaten too many, but I said, okay, let me try Beyond Meat's brat. It made me cry. And then I found some gluten-free buns or hot dog buns, the Schar, S-C-H-A with an umlaut over it, R. They're gluten-free hot dog buns. Put them in the oven for 10 minutes. They're perfect. They're super soft on the inside and they're crunchy on the outside. That with my sauerkraut and Dijon mustard. Oh, yes, it was so good. So good. So I love Beyond Meat's message, though. I mean, I just ate a piece of ginger. That's enough to wake you up. Beyond Meat, I mean, when I say their message, I forgot to put, hold on. You know, they're not really there for, the people they're trying to capture, just like Impossible Burger, are the people that are meat eaters. They're trying to capture the meat eaters. They captured me. You know, they're also trying to save the planet. I'm putting just a little bit of sesame oil in here because it's, you know, sesame oil is very powerful. They're also trying to save the planet. They're trying to save animals. So I'm all about the Beyond Meat. I did try another product the other day, but it tasted a little bit like Play-Doh. I can't remember the name of it. I don't think I want to name it because I don't want to give them a bad reputation, but yeah, it tasted like Play-Doh, and that wasn't good for me. Sauerkraut time. I am absolutely positive this has created its own brine and that we will be able to jar this. I got to put these back. Hold on. Gloves are right here. Yes. So I'm not frustrated. I will say that I am not at all frustrated with my vegan journey. Last week I discovered the sweet potato, black bean, and corn recipe, which I'm not a fan of corn, but I was a fan of this. Hello, Soaps of Love. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm intrigued by your channel. I can't wait. I should go ahead I saw you in Team Build. I'm just going to go ahead and join your channel. Okay. All right. Thanks for coming to my live stream. I will join your channel. I really appreciate it. Okay. Sauerkraut. Let's get some light on you. Yeah. See that? That's exactly what we want. That's it. And I'm going to taste it for you and tell you what it tastes like because oh no, I think I used my last Sour Stone. Shoot. What that means is I'm going to have to, no, I'll be careful. I didn't always have Sour Stones. I think I still have my, hold on. Do I have my rocks? Aha! All right, this is my sanitized rock that I used to use for weight. So this has been through the dishwasher. It's been soaked in apple cider vinegar. What I do is I actually put this in plastic and then I put that down as a weight. So don't think you have to have all the equipment to make sauerkraut. You don't. And if all you have is a rock, you use a rock, right? All right. So I am ready to pack this into that jar. Anybody know where that jar went? Oh, here it is. All right, I also need my pounders, so hold on one second. Oh my God. Hello. This is no special pounder. I use this from it comes from a potato ricer. It's a thing that goes, it's a cone. You put the potato in and you go like this and it comes out and it rices it. I don't rice potatoes. I mash them with my hands. I know ricing potatoes makes them fluffier. I also like to, right? Okay. So let's get this stuffed in here. I need sorry, I'll get you some light and I might get you closer. So we're going to pack it all in there and put in any residual juices. Pack it way down. Oh, that's going to be so good. Oh, I can smell that peanut sauce from over here. That's going to be delicious. You guys, I can't see the chat right now, so please forgive me. Live, love, and learn. That's true. I need to tell Nightbot that we're on to sustenance, focus, and tranquility. Remember to sustain your body and mind through good foods and good thoughts. Remember to stay focused on your dreams. We'll put that right in there. Stay focused on your dreams and try to work towards tranquility. That is my goal this year. Focus, sustenance, focus, and tranquility. Last year it was live, love, and learn because that was easy and quick to say. But remember YouTube brought me to life. Lisa Carter from Carter's Eats will tell you the whole story if you ever ask her. She is the reason that in her live stream, I woke up from a depression I didn't really even know I was in. All of a sudden, I started laughing so hard because she was so funny that I was like, I hadn't felt this I don't even know what this is. I hadn't truly laughed for about 6 years. I mean, I laughed because other people were laughing, but I was not laughing because I thought something was funny. I couldn't even feel it. Anyway, here we go. You will be amazed at look at how much brine there is. And I'm going to so press it down as far as you can. We're going to take that leaf, the inoculated leaf from the other batch of sauerkraut, the one that I was eating out of. So these leaves, you guys, I can't stand that much light on my face. I save these leaves because they've already fermented in another sauerkraut. I'm sorry, brain's kind of going back and forth. So we're going to take these. These will act as, they're already inoculated with probiotics. So they're gonna help get this started. There are times that I've used the same leaves, I think for 4 batches of sauerkraut, and they don't break down. These are the big, thick outer ones. When I use the leaf over, I get a ferment starts almost immediately. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. That's been my motto of a long motor. That's been your motto for a long time. Yes. Okay. Let's get this down over there, and then we'll get the rock into a plastic bag. So why do we put this in? We want the ferment to stay under the liquid, and this acts like as a hat. I'm going to use both. And then I'm going to get my rock into a tiny plastic bag. I don't like to use plastic, but that's what I'm going to do today. And once again, this has been sterilized and treated with apple cider vinegar. I normally, like most of you know, I normally use sour stones, but my sour stones are being used right now. Okay, this is going to overflow. So we're going to do this. I know it's overflowing. I'm doing that on purpose so that, okay, and I may have to pour some of that brine. Oh, I poured it all over the counter. Okay. So we have it weighted down under there. Let me get something to wipe this up. Okay, normally I taste the ferment before it gets put in the jar, but what I'll do instead is taste the juice because that'll give me some idea of the saltiness. That's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Yep, I'm happy with that. What makes it good is it tastes like cabbage, and it's salted enough that there's like almost a fizz on your tongue. So, motto, dang it, that's fine. And the English teacher in me is going to say something, Tim. M-O-T-T-O. Sorry. Yes, that has been your motto for a long time. That's great. All right. I'm going to put an airlock on this one as well. So I'm going to go get my airlock bag because, of course, I put my airlocks away. I try to put things away right away. But I didn't plan this far ahead on this. So here's what the other other airlock lid didn't have. Is one of these. That's why I have to use plastic on that. So we're going to put this down on top, and then I'm going to get another airlock. So my airlocks started getting this. My airlocks started getting a rim of what looked like black, but it's actually a stain from the Beet Kvass. So don't worry about that, please. So I don't want it right on top of the rock. Okay. And some water. And we're going to go put that in the fermentation station and get started on dinner. Ah! I will wipe that up too. Just a little bit. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Let's get this over to the fermentation station. Time for dinner. It's time to make the dinner. I'm so weird. Gosh, am I weird. All right. I don't need these anymore. I'm going to wipe up. My nose is still running. Jesus. Hallelujah. It's good. So I've never worked with eggplant before. I have an eggplant. I have a pepper. I have green onion. And I have some mushrooms that I need to, oh yeah. I have rice noodles. You could either use soba noodles or rice noodles. I'm going to use rice noodles because I asked Troy what he wanted. He didn't want the grainy texture of the those soba. So we're not doing soba. I'm gonna tape this. Gosh, my nose. I'm just gonna tape this up here so I don't have to keep looking down. All right, so, oh yeah, okay. Mushrooms, they're a little dirty, so I'm going to get a brush and brush them off. And then I am going to slice them. Yes. I'm trying to break stuff, obviously. So just going to brush these off. And take out the stem because that's a little too tough for me. Put them right here. So, you know, Jacques Pepin, I was watching a show on Create, and Jacques Pepin said somebody was working with him on the show and told him that you know, he doesn't want to wash the mushrooms because that they'll absorb the water. Jacques Pepin took the mushrooms out of the guy's hand, threw them in a sink full of water, and says, "We're washing the mushrooms." So, I mean, 6.5 in one, a half a dozen in another. Some people say wash them, some people don't. If they are particularly dirty or there's lots of crud on them, I will wash them. But oh, if you wonder what this is for, so this is a paintbrush, a regular paintbrush. And what I do when it comes into when I come into Karen's chat, I have to bring my dictionary. Yes, yes, you were weird, but we still love you. Thank you. Nope, you're not weird, just high school teacher. True, true. And this high school teacher has a problem with her nose running when she does a live stream. So, excuse me. I don't want to keep going. Drive me batty. So this is a regular paintbrush, but we use it to sauce things and whatever. And so we have to wash it often. And I was having a hard time getting it dry because my husband would put it in like this in the drying rack. So I put a rubber band on it and we can hang it up now. So yeah. Okay, there's my invention. So, all right, so mushrooms are almost done, and then we'll slice them. This one looks like it's been used and abused. I think we got these at Wally World, which should tell me to wash them, but I think we're going to be okay. No, I didn't. I didn't get these at Walmart. I got these at Whole Foods. Doesn't mean anything if it's still conventional. Yeah, and washing them probably would have taken less time. But sometimes we have to waste time to. Great thinking. Is that 2 or 2? Okay. Dinner tonight for Tim and I will be Beyond Meat burgers with mushrooms and onions, lemon pepper roasted potatoes, and then a big salad to go with it. Excellent. Yes, I know. Me too. You did 2 correctly. That, Stacy, that sounds like something I could get behind. That really sounds good. So you're into the Beyond Meat too, huh? Like I said, my favorite right now is the bratwurst. I'm not about the sausage that much. Okay. Now, I'm gonna make up how I cut this because I know it has to be in chunks, but I've never used an eggplant before. Let's do this. All right, so don't tell me how to do it. Laugh at me if it's funny. Let's get that over there. Okay. Okay, that looks like it needs to come off. All right, I think I'm going to go like this. Oh, please don't laugh at me. Some of you are probably going, what is she doing? Well, I'm going to cut this in smaller pieces. Ew. Okay. That one needs to be like that. I like bison steak. Can you use other veggies for kraut? Stacy, so sauerkraut is sauerkraut. And if you use other vegetables to ferment, then you're fermenting. Like you can, if you wanted to do, so there's you can do all sorts of things with the cabbage, like carrot and cabbage. curtido is another one, carrot, cabbage, and onion. I'm not a fan of that. I've made it twice. I've suffered through both jars. It's just the onion. I don't like fermented onion. I've made a jalapeno apple kraut with green cabbage. I've made a jalapeno ginger kraut, which was awesome. I've made a pineapple turmeric kraut. A friend of mine in one of my new groups on Facebook is making a blueberry kraut today. So it's really interesting. Oh yeah, I will. I'll watch my fingers. Stacy, cauliflower. Yes, you can. It will be fermented cauliflower. A 2% brine. It will have because it's in the broccoli family, it'll have a pungent odor. I'm more of a fan of pickled cauliflower than fermented cauliflower. But it is good. It is good, but it is pungent. Okay. So what am I doing here? I'm going to cut it like that. I think I'm going to cut this. We'll see how this goes. I really hope I like eggplant because the one time I've had it, I had fried eggplant one time. That was good. Breaded fried eggplant. I think it had egg in it though, and that's before I became allergic to eggs. But I'm sure I could do something else to get around that. And then I think I had eggplant in a Middle Eastern dish, and it was slimy and gross. We'll find out, right? I'm older now. My taste buds may have changed. I mean, my God, I eat all sorts of fermented stuff. Okay. Mushrooms and eggplant. In the recipe, it looked like it had big chunks when I first looked at it. Yeah. Okay. So now I need to cut up get another thing. Cut up my pepper. Going vegan changes your taste dramatically. I think you're right. I am tending to really agree with you on that. How are you cooking the eggplant? Stacy, it's okay. Cook your noodles, heat the skillet to medium, add oil. I'll probably use a peanut oil with a little bit of sesame oil. Add mushrooms and eggplant and cook for a few minutes until mushrooms and eggplant become soft. And the red pepper flake, and add the red pepper and the scallions and cook for a few minutes more. Add a splash of soy sauce and remove from pan and heat. Toss in noodles with peanut sauce and add to veggies. I'm excited. If I don't like the eggplant. Okay. I think this was not quite ripe when it was picked. Yeah. Okay. But I'm still going to keep that. And are they okay? Oh, okay. Sorry, you guys, I'm looking for a couple things. Okay. I'm just going to cut these into squares, and then I'll cut everything else a little differently. So going vegan changes. Yep, okay, that's where we are on that. Yeah. This is going in here. Let's get some more light on that. I think Troy noticed that too. He's noticed a lot of different things about his digestion. I look forward to, you know, if we're vegan, if we go vegan, I'm fine with that. I am not opposed to being mostly vegan and then vegetarian at times. I'm just not opposed to that. I want these in strips. They were a little too fat for me. I wasn't thinking as I was cutting. Okay. So we got that done on that. Let's get the other one. Let's cut this a little thinner initially. I should get some water going for the rice noodles. And like I said, I'm going to make a dish for me, and then I will finish cooking the rest of it when Troy is done. So what am I supposed to do with those? Okay, I'm supposed to. You know, what's funny about this recipe is it has no, there's no amounts of anything. Like, the only amounts they have is 8 ounces of soba noodles, pasta, or rice noodles. And then it doesn't say anything. It says shiitake mushrooms, or mushrooms, regular mushrooms. It says eggplant, red peppers, chopped scallions. So I need scissors, you guys. I like this this blog, you know, the number of, or the amount of the ingredients. So maybe that's a comment I'll write at the bottom of that. So let's cut these up. So I'll be done at 6 no matter what, but I guess I should, or maybe 6:15 if worse comes to worse. But I'm gonna saute up a bunch of vegetables for myself. I'm gonna saute up a little bit of the noodles because I really haven't eaten today except for I had coffee and the last Beyond Meat bratwurst. That I'm not gonna use. So get this in here. So let's get this sauteing. How much? Okay, I have 32% left. All right, you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me so long. There's no light over here. I'm in the... Hi! Where did my light go? You know I'm trying to wreck stuff, right? That's my whole goal in life. Now you see half of my face. That's not going to work. Whatever. You know what? We are going to... Oh, come on, Pan. You're going to watch me fry anyway, so you don't need to see my face to do this. I am going to... How much do I want? So I will do this. I didn't cut the mushrooms. I'll cut some for me right now. I got them cleaned up and I didn't cut them. So about 5 pieces of eggplant and some mushrooms. So this is what I'm going to fry. And I'll save the rest for Troy. And then I need to get the noodles going at the same time. So I'll just make enough for me right now. I'll save this water so we don't waste it. Okay, and then peanut oil. You guys, I'm all about peanut oil. A lot of people say, use coconut oil. No, I don't want to use coconut oil. I use coconut oil for products. A little bit. All right. So yeah, I use coconut oil. Gosh, it's so dark. I want lighting for my kitchen. This is so obnoxious, you guys. Hi, can you see me? Okay, we're just gonna get this heated up and then we'll saute that until they get soft. I'm gonna move this light. I don't want you guys to, I'm gonna have to buy some lighting. I don't have the money right now, but I've been dealing with no light in my kitchen for a year. Almost. I just don't want to glow. That's the only thing. Is that any better? If I was this tall, it'd be great, but I have a whole nother foot. So, okay. I'm having trouble eating meat since I have had since I was a child, so I find ways to work around. My stepdad didn't understand. Wow. What is the best oil to use? Edward Smart, I am a fan of peanut oil. I make everything with peanut oil. I also, I have 5 pounds of leaf fat in here. I'm going to end up making some sausage soon. But I think we have a light out. That's a problem. Yeah. My preferred oil is lard. I'm going to have to move on from that. But peanut oil is what I like to use. I don't like to cook with olive oil because I learned, now I would have been able to pull this out of, from somewhere, like tell you which magazine it came from or which article it came from. But olive oil is really meant to be eaten not heated, because once it's heated, it changes it so it turns into a not so good oil for you. So what if I turn on this light? Does that help at all? A little bit. It's peanut oil. I don't like to cook with olive oil. Let's hear it. All right. This is gonna be just a taste for me. Till it gets soft, huh? I think the soy sauce is what's gonna provide the heat. Okay, I'm not gonna stir that much. Maybe a couple. Wow, I think the mushrooms and the eggplant just absorbed all the oil. I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. So that's a learning curve. Yep, they just went in there and just sucked up all the oil like they're doing right now. I wish they'd release some of their juices. I wonder, hey, what are the nutrition? Somebody look this up for me. What are the nutritional benefits of eggplant? I know that mushrooms have a ton of protein, but what about an eggplant? And I hope I wasn't supposed to take that skin off, was I? Okay. All right. And it didn't call for salt. I think that's because I'm supposed to put some. This is going to be a beautiful bowl. And turn that way down. We are peanut free here. Oh. Peanut free, and I'm making a peanut sauce. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. No salt either. I still love your, excuse me, I'd love to get some recipes from you. 8 months being completely plant-based, I no longer have the taste for meat. Good, good. It's a stir fry. Add what you like to it. Next time you happen not to like the eggplant, put squash or other veggies to it. Right, exactly, exactly. Yeah, but it's always good to branch out and try new things. Good news. Okay. Splash of so that was like a tablespoon, maybe a little more, of tamari. Okay, that needs to be on low. I'm gonna switch this. Put this on low over here. Put this on high. Then we're gonna get some noodles in there. Mmm. 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 That is good. I like that. God, why do they package things so much? I'm gonna get these noodles in. I don't need that many, so. For a small bowl for me, I think this is enough. Oh, God bless me. Gosh, you guys, that's good. So I'm so glad to hear that, Susie, that your taste buds change. Just plant-based and so it's been just 8 months or in 8 months? Okay, you guys need to go down. When I strain these, then I will add the peanut sauce to them. Okay. I'll be there in just a second. No from heat. Okay, I'm going to turn that off right now because it just needs to sit for a little bit. Just like any other rice noodle product. All right, guys. Let's put a timer on for a few minutes, and we'll come back to that. Thank you guys for staying here, hanging out with me. No salt here. Tim and I have friends who are allergic to peanuts. I have students that are allergic to peanuts. My daughter is allergic to peanuts. Okay. Eggplants also have vitamin C. Good. Vitamin B6 and magnesium. Yes, thank you, Stacy. I went full plant-based this time in late May of 2019 for my health. This time I decided to make it a permanent lifestyle change. You know, maybe I'll get there. Maybe I will get there. What's wonderful for me about this is, I was having you look up my nose, sorry. What's most wonderful is that I'm on a learning curve. So I'm having to really, tahini for the peanut butter, okay. But I'm really having to branch out and try new things. And I mean, I've always been a little bit experimental anyway, and nothing ever stops me from trying something, but to make it in my own home and to continually try to learn has been it's been wonderful. We stopped eating steaks last year. We went all chicken and turkey, a little bit of pork here and there. But then that documentary I saw, What You Eat Matters, really, it sent me over the edge. I cried and cried and cried. It might have been a hormonal thing, but I cried so hard and I was so sad for those animals. And then to find out that the meat industry doesn't really care about human beings either. They just want to sell the product and make the money and do it the cheapest way possible. And it's just disturbing. It is so disturbing to me. Good for you guys, Stacy. You and Stacy should talk to each other, phone, text, type, that kind of thing. Yeah. I would love to, I have tahini right in the refrigerator. So that is sure. I make the best hummus. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's go check on those noodles. I don't want to keep you guys here unnecessarily. I really appreciate you being here, but I also want you to do your thing, Gosh, there it is. I'm dark again. I think my noodles are soft enough. That's good. Okay. All right. So, first things first, I'm going to put you back over where there's more light. I'm going to drain those noodles. I'm going to put them in a little bowl. It doesn't look like there's more light over here because I brought my light over here. I want lighting. I was looking at lighting for my YouTube channel, and I haven't made money yet. I mean, I'm monetized, but I haven't made any money. Let me get a new bowl. Okay. So I just have to wait until I get enough advertisers or whatever. I think I've spent 3 times the amount of money on my YouTube channel. I'm not talking about money for any reason, you guys. Being a YouTube creator is kind of, YouTube gets a lot of free content. They get a lot of free content. I mean, whose brilliant idea was this? Let's get people to make videos for us, call them content creators, and then pay them pennies. I have one video that has made 0.001 cent. I think that's hysterical. Oh, there we go. I think that is hysterical. Gosh, I'm dark again, aren't I? Oh. Well. All right, we're going to strain those noodles, then we're going to put them in the bowl with a drizzle of peanut sauce, then we're going to put the vegetables on top. But we're going to eat over there so you can actually see me. So noodles go in. That's done. Peanut sauce, which will next time be tahini sauce. Can I move you? Can I move you? I really should. I should move you. I just made up a song because I felt like it. I made up a song. I felt like it. Ah! All right. I'm going to put a little bit more of that. So I put about 2 tablespoons on. I'm going to put another tablespoon on there. And let's go with the veggies. I'll just put them in. You guys, I'm going to go over here and put them in because if this is delicious, I will cry because it's extremely unfamiliar to me. Do you see? I think I'm going to need more sriracha. Okay. We want to show this to you again. How's that look? Okay. I don't want that much light on my face. Are we ready? First of all, let me taste the noodles. Yep, the noodles are good. Let me get mushroom. More sauce? I think it's fine, but I could do more sauce. I probably will next time. This is just for tasting. Pepper. Oh, you guys. I think I would put less soy sauce in the vegetables. But other than that, this is the bomb. This is good. This is really, really good. Man, oh man, did we do a lot today. This, I told you, every time I make, I'll tell you what's wrong in a second. There's not. Okay, so what's wrong is there's nothing wrong. I just never thought I would be able to do something like this. Something like changing my diet so drastically. Oh, I forgot the cashews. So these are cashews because I didn't have any. I'm sorry. I didn't have any peanuts. But I never thought I could make good food that didn't have meat in it. And I'm so happy that I'm figuring this out because, like I said, that documentary was so disturbing to me that we could do that to animals. And I was eating them. Oh gosh. It's so good. Oh, I have makeup on, so it's running. I never wear makeup. Only for YouTube. Anything for YouTube. Anyway, this is a winner. I'm gonna make this again, but I think I'll do what Stacy said. I think I'll do what Stacy said, and God, I wish I could just smile. I'm just so happy. And try it with tahini. Okay. I don't do mukbang, so. Thank you guys for staying and hanging out with me on my vegan journey. I cried last week too because I just couldn't believe how good it was. And Stacy, you're right. My tongue is getting very sensitive to different flavors. You can do anything. Cheers, you guys. This was good. I'm gonna keep doing my vegan journey on Saturdays. On Tuesday, I have a video. Okay, I'm trying to get myself centered because the food is so good. I just want to go, but I don't do mukbangs. So Tuesday, I'm gonna my mac and cheese video. It's gluten-free, not vegan. Video is coming out. It was the best mac and cheese I've ever made in my entire life. Oh my God. Troy loved it. And then of course I do my they're daily vlogs on, after rehearsal. I may have to do them later because I think our rehearsal gets out at 7. So I will have been at school for 13 hours every day next week. And then 13 hours every day the next week, but then it's done after that. I get the month of February to myself, and then I start dance concert. Boss Life Online, hey, look, I was crying because I made this delicious dish. It is easy vegan peanut sauce, and I found out I could make it with tahini, which would make it so it wasn't people with peanut allergies wouldn't have to worry. And I said I don't do mukbang. So I'm not going to eat it anymore. Taste is all I do. And then, Gio, I started crying because it's so good. I'm finding things that are working for me as it comes to eating vegan. So I'm going to cry again if I take another bite, and I'm not going to do that. So I thank you guys for coming through. It's been 2 hours and 9 minutes. 2 hours is enough for anybody. So I want to, okay, let me see if I can do this one right. Okay, let me start over. Remember sustenance, focus, and tranquility. Continue to sustain yourself with good food and good thoughts. Focus on your dreams and find tranquility. With that, you guys, I'm going to end the stream. I will have another My Vegan Journey next Saturday. Mac and cheese video coming out on Tuesday. Daily vlogs after rehearsal. Thank you so much for coming through, everyone. Thank you, Alyssa. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.